Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Alpha Insider with Michael Levitis. And I'm bringing back our expert on real estate in Queens and Long Island, Olga Zakinova from Douglas Elliman. Olga, welcome back.
Thank you.
Now I want to get into more and more into details about what you do, about the market, and about the local market in Queens and Long Island. And if anybody has any questions, by the way, we encourage you to ask. Ask in the post below or by calling Olga. Olga, there's a lot of hype in the media, as we talked about in our last segment, about what's happening in the market with the rates, inflation, and so on. But not everything is as bad as they say. In economics, and I was a finance major, so I took it, it's a very hard subject. There is a very principal driving theory in economics: supply and demand. Okay. When it comes to real estate, can you tell us how this very important principle applies? Supply and demand.
Well, Michael, as you know, from the moment I started my career in real estate, I learned very quickly that listing agents are usually always the people to go to. And listing agents usually know very clearly how the market is driven by the supply and demand.
Mm-hmm.
I took a lot of classes and I took a lot of courses from the very beginning when I first started to understand clearly how do I start being the master of being a listing agent.
Right.
And to me, this was the definition.
Let's explain what that is.
The listing agent is the definition of servicing a seller at the time of their desire to put their home on the market.
Mm-hmm.
And it is very clearly understood at this point that I became an expert when it comes to being a listing agent. And a lot of times buyers would call and they would ask me a question: are you the listing agent to 123 Banana Street? And I knew exactly why they're asking me this question. Mm-hmm. Because they wanted to have a direct and clear understanding of what the seller will be interested in selling the property, what their requirements are, what their demands are, and so on and so forth. But let's talk about supply and demand, okay? Supply right now is extremely low. Mm-hmm. Just like many other shortages we're experiencing right now. I mean, we always have shortage before COVID, but now after COVID and post-COVID, we are dealing with a lot of shortage with supply. Mm-hmm. The demand is outstanding. The demand is outstanding and buyers are looking to buy because remember one important factor: how much can one person really hide away from the fact that they are expecting a baby and they need a bigger space? Mm-hmm. Or how much can one person can hide away that their square foot 1,000 apartment is no longer good enough and they are having 2 or 3 kids and one little one bedroom.
It's an actual need.
It is actual demand. So mm-hmm. We're not buying real estate because we would like to buy it.
Right.
We're experiencing that people buy real estate because they pretty much need and have to move. There's a big fine line between what you want and what you really need.
That's a good point. And
so when we meet with clients, we are talking about supply of the seller because their inventory and their home will be much needed on the market. And we talk about their really reasons. Why are they selling and why are they moving?
So no matter the rate, no matter the inflation,
we don't
still have that baby growing up.
Absolutely.
You still need a bigger house.
So people still need to move. People still need to buy. People still need to sell. But the problem at this point right now, there are very big shortage on the supply. Okay. And as long as the supply shortage will continue to be there, I personally think that we will have prices stable and leveled off. Mm-hmm. Maybe there will be like a little incentive here and there. Maybe there will be no mortgage contingencies. Right. Maybe there will be no more, let's waive the appraisal contingency. Maybe there will be no more that,
and by the way, we're going to talk about that in our other videos, about what it means. Mortgage contingency, appraisal contingency.
Correct. But what we've experienced throughout COVID is that tremendous nonsense with waiving contingencies. Mm-hmm. That is all going to end because buyers cannot buy a home without having no mortgage contingency. Right. That's putting a huge and tremendous risk into buyers.
Yes, of course.
And no
insane.
attorney in this market right
Of
now would
course.
allow their buyers to get into a contract that has no mortgage contingency. And we're going to talk about it on our future videos.
Yeah,
But what I want consumers clearly to understand, as long as we have shortage of supply, and as long as we have really high demand,
right.
the chances for real estate, as the media is exposing it right now, for it to drop in tremendous amount of percentage, we as experts predicting very, very slim and low.
Yeah, and
Why?
Olga, you told me I'm sorry to interrupt, a fascinating thing. People think, oh, there's so much paranoia in the market. The sellers are getting worried, they're going to drop the prices.
No. What we are seeing
That
right
is not
now,
so, right?
no. What's happening right now, there's a lot of our clients in a position where they saying to us, you know what? If this is not the right time to sell, and you telling me that this is the paranoia happening on the media and on the market, I will sit tight and not sell.
Right.
Because from my personal experience, Michael, I've shared it with you. When
Mhm.
I bought my first house, okay, within September 11, 1 year period, market appreciated over $100,000. It wasn't percentage, it was the dollar amounts.
Yeah,
okay?
I had friends who were buying beautiful homes, apartments in Manhattan, and after 9/11, they got cold feet and they canceled the contracts, and now all these houses and condos, they're worth what, 3 times more?
Yes. So
There
I
you
did
go.
my math. Usually real estate within 20 years period appreciates times 3.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yep.
That's minimum. That's minimum. If the house is super beautiful, if it's move-in condition, if it's really nicely staged, if it's really in a position where people are taking care of the home very well, then these houses are going like hot potatoes.
And it's an asset you can actually use and touch and enjoy, not just a piece of paper that's sitting in your vault somewhere. You just can look at, and that's it.
No. And we're seeing also tremendous increase in interest of real estate purchases due to the fact of stock market going down. And so people feel that it's more security to invest into real estate.
That's a good point.
Because at least when you buy real estate, you own a roof and you own a property, and no one can take it away from you. As long as you put good down payment, as long as you maintain it and retain it for, let's say, minimum of 5 years plus, the history repeats itself that it will appreciate. That's
a good point. There's an inverse relationship between stock market and real estate because people are looking for alternative investments. When stock market is iffy, they're going to look for something that's more stable and that they can actually use.
Absolutely.
Very good point. We know what we're doing here. We're busting the myths about buying and selling real estate. That's what we're doing. This is how we educate the public. This is how we bring value to our audience. So we encourage everybody to stay tuned, to like our pages, to like our posts, to comment, ask us, give us encouragement that what we're doing is important.
Ask Olga.
Ask Olga.
Ask Olga. And I'm going to say this before we wrap this up, that people should contact for consultation. We don't charge for consultations. And again, it's all individual. Why you're moving, why you're selling, and why you need to invest.
And it's confidential. That's also very important.
Correct.
Exactly. Okay, Olga, thank you so much. That's it for now. Please stay tuned for more. We're going to have more frequently asked questions on real estate. And look, we're doing it very scientifically. We're actually searching for the questions that people are looking for. We go on Google, we use our other tools, and we see what the public wants to know about Queens and Long Island real estate, and we're addressing those particular issues and questions. Olga, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Everybody, have a great day. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.